People sometimes ask me, about the Sacrament of Reconciliation or Confession. Why do we need to do this? Can we not just tell God we're sorry? And of course, yes, we can always tell God we're sorry, and God can do whatever He wants with that. And we do know from the teaching of the Church and from the teaching of Jesus that God is full of mercy and compassion. So I actually think the reason Jesus invited people to come to Him, and therefore entrusted His priests also with the mission of receiving people and forgiving their sins, it's because in our humanity we actually need to tell our story. We need to open our hearts and let out the things that trouble us, the things that have got us into a mess. We need to actually ask forgiveness, and we need most of all to hear the words of forgiveness. I think it's very interesting when you look at the life of Jesus. He fed the 5,000. He cured people in larger or smaller numbers. He preached to people in large numbers. But the stories of reconciliation that we hear in the Gospel are all individual personal encounters between Jesus and people. People like Zacchaeus, the tax collector who climbed up the tree. People like Peter, who betrayed Him and then who came back to Him and who was reconciled. And I think there's a message in that. I think what it's saying to us is that forgiveness is a deeply personal thing. And it's not just enough for us to have someone say, you're all forgiven, it's fine. What we need is to hear the words of forgiveness spoken to us, spoken to my heart. And certainly for me, it's strange. I probably celebrate the Sacrament of Reconciliation for myself more now than I did at a certain time in my life. I mean, as children, we did it every 2 weeks. Then I suppose at a certain stage in my adult life, it probably became, more like, 4 or 5 times a year. I find myself now, it's something I value as a regular part of my life, not because I'm sort of just going through emotion, but because I need to actually, I suppose in a sense, tell the story as much for myself. I think God doesn't need to be told, let's put it this way, God doesn't need to be told what I have done. He knows. He knows what's in my heart. But he's there in the person of the priest to listen to my story and to tell me that He understands my smallness and that His love for me has never been taken back. And that's what sends me out then again, renewed with a sense of mission, because I know that I'm not on my own.